He had only $7 in his pocket, but he carried $1 billion hope inside. He was kicked out of his home. He was unemployed. Everyone around him turned their back on him. He looked at himself in the mirror and said, "I am a failure." Today, that man earns $100 million a year. He climbed to the top of Hollywood, the idol of millions. He is one of the most loved people in the world. So how did this happen? This is the story of a man who had to succeed to reach his dreams. His name is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and this is his incredible story. What would you do if you were him? Here is this man's answer. Are you ready? Let's begin. In 1972, little Dwayne had to move to another house with his family. He was still a child, and for the 7th time he had to leave his home, friends, and neighborhood. With each move, he felt more and more alone. His father, Rocky Johnson, was a professional wrestler, but he could not earn much money. The house always talked about having no money, and the future always looked uncertain. When Dwayne went to school, he felt ashamed because he always wore the same clothes. While his friends wore new shoes, he wore old clothes that his mother sewed. He was too ashamed to lift his head in class. "Why do we always move?" he asked his mother. His mother said, "Be patient, my son. Everything will get better. Just stay strong." At 12, he got one of the heaviest blows of his life. When he came home from school, there was a paper on the door. It said eviction notice. The landlord was kicking them out. They could not pay the rent. The white paper hanging on the door had destroyed all his hopes. Dwayne started crying. "Mom, where will we go?" he asked. His mother was also crying, but she tried to hide her tears. His mother sat next to him. "Dwayne, life is sometimes hard, but you are a strong child. One day you will escape from these difficulties," she said. That night, when he put his head on the pillow, tears were still on his cheeks. But there was a new promise in his heart. "When I grow up, my family will never live like this again." One day he would do whatever it takes to succeed. When he started high school, Dwayne was a very big child. At 15, he was 1.93 meters tall. But being big did not solve his problems. His height brought bigger obstacles in front of him. The kids at school wanted to show their strength. "Let's see how strong you are," they said. Dwayne tried to avoid them at first. He did not want to fight with anyone, but finally he could not stand it. He started fighting. There was a new fight every week. The principal's office had become like his second classroom. At 14, he had his first meeting with the police. When he heard the red and blue reflections of the police lights, his heart felt like it would jump out of his chest. He tried to steal something from a store with his friends. They were caught. The police took him home. His father was very angry and disappointed. "If you continue like this, you will end up in prison," he said. That night, when he looked at his reflection in the mirror, he saw a child he did not recognize. Something inside him was broken. "Is this me?" he asked. "Am I this kind of person?" But changing his life was not easy. He had bad friends. At 16, he met the police for the second time. This time it was a more serious crime. The police took him to the station. He spent one night in jail. That night, sitting in the cell, he thought, "Either I change or my life is ruined. I will not give up." In his final year of high school, he met Coach Jody, who became the turning point of his life. Coach Jody came to him. "Dwayne, you are very strong. Use this strength in sports, not in fights," he said. Dwayne did not want to at first. "I cannot play sports," he said. He hesitated, but his coach's belief in his eyes could not stop him. In his first training, he struggled a lot. He almost gave up. His legs hurt a lot. He could not breathe. He had no condition. The other players were much better, but there was something different about him. He was determined not to give up. His coach believed in him. "You are a special child, Dwayne," he said. Dwayne slowly started to change. No matter how hard it was, he never gave up. He trained every day. He woke up early. He paid attention to his nutrition. He left his bad friends. Sports gave him not just a game, but a new life. In his final year of high school, he became team captain, and he got a full scholarship offer from the University of Miami. This was the first step toward his dreams. For the first time in his life, he felt hopeful. At the University of Miami, everything was different. There were rich kids. There were expensive cars. Dwayne was still a poor child, but he was not ashamed anymore. He was there because he had achieved something. He was very successful in football. He was the strongest player on the team. In 1991, the Miami Hurricanes became national champions. "Now I will go to the NFL. I will earn a lot of money," he said. But life changed his plans. In his final year of university, he had a very serious injury. The doctor said, "Your football career is over." Dwayne's world collapsed on him. Just when he thought he had succeeded, everything went back to the beginning. When he graduated, he only had a diploma. His NFL dream was over. He had $7 in his pocket. He had no home. He could not find a job. His father said, "Do wrestling." Even though Dwayne did not want to, he had no other choice. In 1996, he started his wrestling career. His first stage name was Rocky Maivia. He combined the names of his father Rocky and his grandfather Chief Peter Maivia, a young hope carrying the legacy of his father and grandfather. He dressed very well and spoke very politely. The audience did not accept him at all. Negative reactions rained down in every match. In his first matches, the audience shouted, "Rocky sucks." He was very sad. He started to think he could not do it anymore. The Wrestling Federation told him, "Change your character." A storm broke inside him. He had to leave his old self. But he made a big decision. He threw away his good guy image. The dark and rebellious The Rock was born. He challenged the audience with a mocking smile. "Shut your mouth," he said to them. The audience went crazy. The stands erupted. The audience loved this very much. Now they loved him. The Rock character was very different. He was funny. He was strong. He was charismatic. People turned on the television to watch his speeches. From 1998 to 2004, the brightest period of Dwayne's life began. The Rock became WWE's biggest star. Millions of fans held their breath in every match. Millions of people watched his matches. During this period, he started earning a lot of money. He bought his first big house. He started helping his family. "I am not poor anymore," he said with the pride of success. But he had bigger dreams. Movie offers from Hollywood started coming. They offered him a small role in the Mummy Returns movie. Dwayne accepted. When he stood under the camera lights for the first time, his excitement was indescribable. In 2004, he took the biggest risk of his life. He stepped onto his new path from the rings to Hollywood sets. People around him thought he was crazy. Wrestlers cannot be successful in Hollywood, they said. The Scorpion King was moderately successful. Doom was a disaster. Critics said this man does not know how to act. But Dwayne did not care. He wanted to achieve this. He held tightly to acting lessons. He threw himself into every role. "I came to be the world's best actor," he said. People laughed, but he was serious. In 2011, the movie Fast 5 came out. The movie was a great success. Hollywood was now talking about his name. After the 2010s, Dwayne could not be stopped. The Fast and Furious series made him a superstar. Jumanji movies were very popular. He made at least 3 to 4 movies every year. In 2019, according to Forbes' list, he became Hollywood's highest-paid actor. He earned $89.4 million a year. The man who had $7 in his pocket was now almost a billionaire. But money was not the most important thing for him. He had already succeeded. "I want to give hope to people," he said. "My story can be everyone's story." One of the most valuable things in Dwayne's life was his family. Even though his first marriage ended, their friendships and business relationships continued. They raised their daughter Simone together. Danny was also his manager. In 2019, he married Lauren Hashian. They had 2 daughters, Jasmine and Tiana. Dwayne was a very loving father. "My daughters are the biggest source of pride in my life," he said. The times when he cried with his mother Atta were still in his mind. He bought her a very beautiful house. The house he bought for his mother was not just a building. It was the concrete expression of his gratitude. "You are my hero, Mom," he said. His relationship with his father Rocky got better over time. The Rock is not just an actor. He is also a real motivation icon who inspires millions. He has 400 million followers on Instagram. He shares motivation messages every day. Be humble, work hard, be kind. This is his life motto. He exercises for hours a day. He wakes up at 4:30 in the morning. He lives a disciplined life. Success is not always about greatness. It is about consistency, he says. Here are Dwayne's 5 golden rules. Rule 1. It does not matter where you come from. What matters is where you are going. Rule 2. Success is not always about greatness. It is about consistency. Rule 3. The most powerful thing you can be is yourself. Rule 4. When life puts you in tough situations, do not say why me, say try me. Rule 5. Success at anything will always come down to focus and effort. Today, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is 52 years old. He is Hollywood's most powerful actor, but he does not use his power only for himself. He gives hope to people. Be the hardest worker in the room, he says. Did you also have your $7 moment? A moment when everyone said it was over but you started again. Tell us in the comments. Maybe we will talk about your story in the next video. Now it is your turn. Watch this video again. Stop after every sentence. Use the shadowing technique with the same energy and emotion. Work very hard for one of your goals today. See you soon. Take care of yourself. And remember, success is not always about greatness. It is about consistency.